Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another episode of Let's Play 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. In the last episode, we introduced ourselves, learned of the game, and man number 9, well I guess we're just calling number 9 right now, held a knife to Clover's neck. Let's see where we go from here.
If you get any closer, I'll cut her open.
Santa skidded to a halt. He snarled at the scrawny man with a knife and gritted his teeth.
Yes, that's right.
The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt.
Clover, are you alright?
The prince, Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned. I could do that better.
Clover, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing. What the hell are you trying to do?
I told you, this is my plan.
What are you going to do with her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything with her. If she just does what I tell her to, I'll let her go.
He started to move backwards slowly, keeping his grip on Clover. What, are you going to try to tell her to take off her bracelet? None of us can take the bracelet off, and if he's doing it on his own, he has a less chance of surviving. Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then he glanced around quickly and spoke.
Verify.
Huh?
The left. Look at your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part.
What if I don't? The man's nostrils flared, and he looked like he was about to choke.
Are you an idiot? What do you think?
He does realize he can open this door, but the others down the line he won't be able to, right?
I could slit your throat right now. I'll kill you if I have to.
That's a killer on my voice.
All I need is your bracelet. Just do it! Do it now!
He pressed the knife against Clover's neck hard. Slowly, she stretched out her left hand towards the device. Her back was to it, and she had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. Made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand was an asterisk appeared. So that's how it works, Junpei thought to himself. By placing one's palm on what the ninth man had called the scanner panel, the user's bracelet would be entered into the device. Should the total numbers on your numbered bracelets and find the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. The number on it was 5. The ninth man seemed to know a little more about the device's operation than he should. How had he known exactly what to do?
Good, you're done. Next.
His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally they stopped on the lion, Ace.
You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Yes, I am. So?
Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did.
What are you doing? To do it! Don't you care what happens to her? Okay, just calm down. Ace held his hands, palms out. The ninth man jerked his chin towards the device. Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved towards the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it.
Now, verify.
Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The device beeped again, and the second asterisk appeared. Now the device had Clover and Ace's numbers. 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. The same as the number written on the door. But it wouldn't open just yet. Only, I need to remember, I'm going to read those in post.
Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door.
Get back!
His voice shook, but the knife to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 2, then 3 steps back.
No farther! More than that! Go all the way back!
Slowly, Ace did what he was told. The 9th man's lip curled into a cruel, twisted smile. That's when Junpei understood his plan. Clover's 4 and Ace's 1. Added to the 9th man's 9, 4 plus 1 plus 9 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. In other words... Thank God you were all so cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare. He pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. A third asterisk appeared on the screen. He dropped his hand to the lever on the side of the device and pulled. The door opened with a heavy metallic groan. He let go of Clover. Wait! Junpei leapt for the 9th man, but he wasn't fast enough. The man shoved Clover. Ah! And hopped through the door. That wasn't believable. Ah!
Okay. Have a good one, guys.
I am off ahead now. Well then, goodbye. He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face. Then he was gone. The door ground shut with a dull clank of metal on metal. Clover! Are you all right? Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine.
She climbed unsteadily to her feet, and once there leaned heavily on Snake's shoulder for support. Junpei ran to the door. The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed hold of handles and pulled. They grunted and strained, but... Shit! It won't budge. That was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet.
Do you hear something?
Like, what?
Like some sort of beeping.
Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others did the same.
You're right. I can hear it too.
What is it? Beeping usually equals explosion. Then they heard something else. It was the 9th man. Shit! Why isn't it stopping? God damn it! You lied! Lied? This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! See, if you just cooperated with everyone, maybe you wouldn't have died. This is wrong! His voice shook with fear. Safe on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another. What is happening in there? Oh, open the door, please! I'm begging you! Help me! Well, we could if someone didn't run in there on his own and threaten to kill us. Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here! Junpei grabbed a hold of the device. He slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened. Why didn't it register him? He looked at the display where the asterisk had shown up. It said engaged. Oh my god! Oh my god! There's no time left! Listen! I was lied to! He lied to me! He put me in here! It was him! He killed me! It was him! Yes! The explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked, then stood up, slowly, when they realized there was no danger. One moment, please. Oh, we didn't need 9. Hang on. Huh. So even with all of us and not him, we can get through on our own, right? That's what it said. Yep. Oh, well, that's a relief. I mean, I know a person just died via explosion, but he was an asshole. A fear-driven asshole. Oh, where was I? Rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked, then stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room. In that silence, the electronic tone that echoed through the room sounded as loud as a gunshot. All eyes turned toward it. It had come from the device mounted next to the door. The display changed from engaged to vacant. Let's see if we can open it. 7, the mountain swallowed hard. Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. A red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel. The device had registered Junpei's bracelet, number 5. His was not enough, however. At least 2 more people were needed. Junpei asked, "Which pair?" Okay, let's see. I guess we'll start from the top and work our way down. Nope. Okay, let's try Snake and 7 now, I guess. 2-7. 5-2-7. Yep, 5-2-7. Snake, 7. You think you could give me a hand here? The pun was a little on the nose, but the mood was still grim. I don't know, I found it funny. But I'm kind of a twisted cookie. Both Snake and 7 lifted their left hands silently. Slowly, each of them placed their hands on the scanner panel, and now I want to figure if the others can go through the other door. Well, let's find out. Let's see. 5-7 are taken, so that would leave 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. 5-7 are taken, so that would leave 1, 3, 4, 6, and 8. Because 9 is dead. Oh, well, that works. The rest of them can just go to the other room while we go through this one. That works very nicely. Slowly, each of them lifted their hand on the scanner panel. 5 plus 2 plus 7 equals 14. 1 plus 4 equals 5. They fulfilled the conditions. If they were to pull the lever on the side... Are you guys ready? I'm gonna open it. Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth on a grim line. Then he slowly lowered the lever. I guess he killed him because he cheated. Because the others can probably work their bracelets still. There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying the stench that nearly made them gag. A stench. Junpei grimaced, and he put his hand over his mouth. Oh my god. Good God. Lotus and Ace shuddered. Seven grunted. Whoa. That's pretty bad. Even Santa's voice shook. He blew up. It appeared that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood. I guess they're not showing us that. I don't know whether to be thankful or a little bummed out. On one part, I'm kind of thankful because I don't know if seeing a exploded man all over the place would be comfortable. And on the other side, I'm a little upset because this is an M-rated game. Oh, no, they're going to show it. Ah! The shriek echoed across the room. Well, they're at least going to show the blood part. I'm okay with that as long as they don't show his mangled corpse. Then her strength left her, and she dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. Now they have to open it again? She crumpled to the floor. June, you okay? Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arm around her shoulders. That was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat. What the hell? Where'd this fever come from? June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax. Her whole body began to shake. Alright, let's just rest for a minute, okay? Think you can walk? She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair. Here we go. As gently as he could, he set her down in it. How are you feeling? Are you alright? She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face. Why? Why did this happen? Her voice cracked, broken by misery and grief, and choked by sobs. Why did this happen? Junpei spun around. Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here? Who's Zero? And what's this notary game? Come on, anybody? Anything! What the hell is going on? What are we doing here? No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, Seven, and Lotus. They all simply stood there. 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines for mouths. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped. Then suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the center hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. The first hour has fallen. And then, on the 10th ring, it stopped. And the sound of the bell faded away into silence. Only 7 hours remain. Well, 8 hours. Damn it, I had a choice to be ominous and I failed it. It's okay. It's 10 o'clock then. Ace said what each one of them had been thinking. That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement. Seven's deep voice echoed across the room. Fuck! I've had enough of this crap! Santa leapt to his feet, fists clenched. How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this? We've only got 8 hours till the time limit Zero was going on about is up. Let's get going already! Go! Go! Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke up. No, I refuse. So you're willing to die? I'm not going to end up like him. Him? You mean the 9th man? Of course. Who else? In his mind, Junpei saw the corpse again. The dark, reddish-black pool of blood. The scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful. The ninth man's neck was twisted at an odd angle. Junpei suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed, the other half covered in blood.